Hi, my name is Andy Boland. I'm an environment specialist with Teagasc, and I'm going to talk to you about a project that we've been involved in for coming up on a year now. It's called Dairyman. It's running up until 2013. It's funded by the European Regional Development Fund in conjunction with Interreg, and really the aims of the project is to improve the regional prosperity through the better use of resources and inputs on dairy farms. There's also an element of stakeholder cooperation with stakeholders within the agricultural industry, be they agriculture advisors, researchers, farmers, and indeed outside of the industry with stakeholders from a non-farming background. Now, the project is covering 10 regions within Europe. We have 14 sister partners all right around Europe, and it's spanning 7 countries. The countries involved are the Netherlands, Northern Ireland, Luxembourg, the southern part of Germany around Baden-Württemberg, both regions of Belgium, Wallonia and Flanders, 3 regions of France, Brittany, Pays de la Loire and Nord-Pas-de-Calais, and ourselves in Ireland. So right around Europe we have a network of 120 pilot dairy farms. 20 of these farms are situated in Ireland. The farms in Ireland are going from West Cork right the way through Limerick, Tipperary, Carlow, Kilkenny, Waterford and up into Wicklow. And the idea on these farms is that we, as well as collecting a lot of data, we are going to use these farms to promote and improve resource management. Now when we talk about the resources on the farm, we're looking at really all of the inputs, be they nutrient inputs, fertiliser, feed, etc. Also, right around the European region, we have knowledge transfer centres, like ourselves here in Moore Park, and we have 8 knowledge transfer centres that are going to be connected virtually via the internet and through video conferencing facilities. Okay, we're collecting a lot of data on these farms, nutrient data, economic data and energy data. So what are we going to do with it? We have one PhD student who is analysing the data from a nutrient use efficiency point of view, and also who is looking at the economic data to try and improve the financial performance of the farms. Also, the data, very importantly, is going to be looked at from the point of view of trying to measure the greenhouse gas emissions from these farms. So in other words, we're trying to carbon footprint these farms using a methodology called life cycle assessment. That methodology is quite important because not alone does it look at the inputs and the production within the farm, but it also looks at the inputs that come from outside, be they grain or feed or fertiliser that would be an input into the farm and would also have a greenhouse gas emission associated with them. Finally, we are also looking at the electricity usage on the farm. We have installed electricity measuring equipment, which in turn is going to measure all of the electricity usage on the farm. It's also going to break down that usage between the dairy, milking parlour, lighting, etc. And that data then is going to be relayed via wireless modem and the mobile phone network back to our energy lab in Moore Park, where it will be analysed and benchmarked against best practices which we have come up with in the lab for energy efficiency on farms. As well as the collection of data, the farmers that are involved in the project, there is a part of the project that's going to take these farmers to visit their colleagues in the other European countries. In September, our 20 dairy farms will go to visit their colleagues in the Netherlands and Belgium. It's a two-way process. These farms are hoping to learn from their colleagues and the advisors in the region that they are visiting, and also the farmers in that region are hoping to learn from our guys. The things that our people will be interested in is probably improved use of nutrients on the farm, maybe biogas production. We had a group of farmers come from Germany earlier on in the year, and they were very interested in our grassland management, our extended grazing, and perhaps issues like compact calving. Finally, there's also an element within the project which will hopefully allow the tools that we use on our dairy farms in Ireland, be they fertiliser planners, grass budgeting tools, that we will exchange those tools and try and use them as well within the regions that we are visiting, and also likewise that we may pick up tools that the farmers on the continent are using, and then they will be used on Irish farms. If you'd like any further information about the project, we've got a website. It's called www.interregdairyman.eu, or if you just Google Dairyman, it'll take us directly to the site. Thank you very much.